Generative AI art is not art, and we'd have noticed or come to that take sooner if we paid attention to how humans learn to make and appreciate art, which of course starts when we're kids. Whenever I show my kids a movie, TV show, or work of art, they've been curious about who created it and why. I've been feeding this curiosity by showing them making of and behind the scenes featurettes. We've watched shows like How It's Made and Mythbusters, and videos by maker YouTubers where the process is the content. I'm proud of my kids for wanting to know about not just the cool things they experience in the world, but who made those things and how and why they made them. I want to continue to promote this empathetic response because I feel it's really important, especially with the advent of generative AI, which by its very nature obscures the process by which it produces results. I'm being careful not to say makes or creates here because the output of generative AI, whether it's images, video, or text, is manufactured, not crafted. I've been keeping up with generative AI discourse because I'm concerned about a whole boatload of issues with it, not the least of which because I'm a parent and I want to steward how my kids navigate their world as they and the world get more complex as they get older. When it comes to generative AI art, the consensus among those who I've seen critique it is that images, video, and text produced by generative AI are not and cannot be capital A art because there is no person involved. Prompting an AI is not the same as craft, or process, or creative iteration. What the unknowable, unaccountable black box generates cannot show its work or have a perspective. A word cloud is not a train of thought. A database is not experience. Aidan Walker, in his Substack post on Italian brain rot, says generative AI can only signify, it cannot be the signified. It only has context. It will never have perspective on that context. Put another way, Brandon Sanderson said in his Dragonsteel Nexus keynote, "We are the art." Art is art not only because it had an effect on its audience, but because it changed the creator in the making of it. And this should have been obvious to those of us who spend time around children, or at least my curious children, who ask who, how, and why something was made. To them, that is as much a part of the artistic object as the thing itself. When we watched a Muppet Christmas Carol, I showed them the behind-the-scenes featurette. The creator of the animated short The Snow Bear put out a making-of video and we saw how he animated it. When my kids get presents, they usually ask, "Who gave this to me?" That human connection is really important to them. The people who make generative AI art don't even know how their magic box works. The people who seem to really like it are the ones who are unconcerned with how things are made as long as they get a satisfactory result. They tend to be incurious, and that decoupling of human effort from the product doesn't concern them. I don't think my kids are unique in being curious about how or why things are and happen. Every parent has the experience of being asked why over and over. But if kids point to something generated by AI and ask who, how, or why this was made, we won't be able to answer them. If kids grow up using or even relying on generative AI, if they become desensitized to that separation of the creator from their creation, they will become incapable of appreciating art or even creating it themselves.